Welcome to a walkthrough of the Extended Benefits Guide and a demo of the Extended Benefits application in Connect. So today, as I mentioned, we'll be going over the Extended Benefits Guide, and we're also going to be doing a demo of the Extended Benefits application in Connect. So first, just to show you what's contained in the guide. So we do have a table of contents, and then in our extended benefits section, we have several subsections, including determining the effective date, filing for extended benefits, requesting benefit payment, eligibility issues, and also a recap. So just to give you some background on extended benefits, so EB is an additional reemployment assistance benefit payable to qualified individuals when an extended benefit period occurs in Florida, and that EB is payable only for weeks of unemployment during an EB period. So these benefits are different than the federal emergency unemployment compensation, which we are currently in a PEUC, which is currently available in the Connect system. So first, how do you determine an effective date? So to qualify for EB, claimants must have exhausted pandemic emergency unemployment compensation benefits between June 7th of this year and November 7th of this year. So EB benefits are payable for up to 6 weeks at the same weekly benefit amount of the PEUC claim. So we're going to go by the step-by-step instructions below to show you how to determine the effective date of a claim. So first, from the staff homepage, you'll access the claimant homepage, and you'll click View and Maintain Account Information hyperlink on the left-hand side of the screen. And then you'll click on the Weekly Benefit Details hyperlink. So as a note, the earliest possible effective date for EB is going to be June 28th of 2020. And this is determined by taking March 29th, 2020 and adding 13 weeks. Also, regular RA weeks and EB weeks are deducted from the number of PUA weeks the claimant may be eligible for. So an example of that would be 12 weeks of RA, 6 weeks of EB, that would be 18 weeks. So 39 is the total minus 18. So PUA eligibility would be 21 weeks. So continuing with the step-by-step, next we will review the list of weeks previously paid on the PEUC claim. So you would find the week that exhausted the PEUC benefits. The EB claim will be effective the Sunday of the next calendar week. So you can see our example, we have September 12th is when PEUC was exhausted. So the effective date would be the next Sunday. So next we have filing for extended benefits. So to file an EB claim, we're going to follow the step-by-step instructions listed below. So once again, from the claimant homepage, we're going to click the Apply for Extended Benefits hyperlink in the top left. Next, we will read and acknowledge the fraud statement and click Next. Then we will answer the extended benefits initial questions and also click Next. Once we've completed the initial questions, we'll be taken to the screen listed here. So we will acknowledge the payment information and tax withholding information, and then we'll agree to the certifications at the bottom, and then click Submit. So note, claimants will not be eligible to receive EB if they exhaust PEUC the week ending November 7th, and no EB payments can be made after that week. So November 7th is the final week that EB is payable. Once the application has been submitted, the claim confirmation screen will populate. So click Exit to return to the claimant homepage. So requesting benefit payment. So the next step-by-step instructions will be how to request benefit payment. So once the EB application is submitted, the request benefit payment hyperlink should populate immediately in the top left. So once again, from the claimant homepage, click the request benefit payment hyperlink on the left-hand side of the screen or under the messages header in the middle of the screen. Then again, read and acknowledge the fraud statement and click Submit. Next, staff will complete the initial questions extended benefits section. If work search or career search contacts need to be added, then click Add under the job contact details section, as shown on the screen. Note the work search requirement was waived for weeks beginning March 15th through January 2nd, so that's going to be important. We'll be talking about that again briefly. So when complete with the first two sections on this screen, you then agree to these certifications and click Submit. On to the section about eligibility issues. So there are several new issue types and subtypes that have been created for EB. So under the issue type, the three issues below can be created manually or during the request benefit payment process. So those subtypes are going to be failure to meet work search requirements, claimant employer indicated a future start to work date, and then also the refusal of suitable workflow only. Now, when claimants indicate a refusal of work through the request benefit payment process, Connect will create the issue type extended benefits and subtype refusal of suitable workflow only. Now, staff will need to change the issue subtype to refusal of suitable work to determine the issue. If staff tries to determine the workflow only issue, an error message will appear. And also note, staff will need to add an employer when handling this issue. And the fourth new subtype, refusal of suitable work itself, the one that you'll be changing it to in the above example, can only be created manually. It cannot be created through any of the automatic processes. So just to recap, EB is available if an individual meets all eligibility conditions during an EB period. And so this includes additional eligibility requirements that do not apply to regular RA. An individual must exhaust all entitlement to regular RA and PEUC benefits before receiving EB. And an individual may be eligible for EB if they meet one of these criteria. So they're totally or partially unemployed. They exhaust all entitlement to regular RA and PEUC benefits between June 7th, 2020 and November 7th of 2020. However, the earliest possible EB effective date is June 28th of 2020. Exhaust all entitlement to regular RA and PEUC benefits after June 7th, 2020. Are not eligible for unemployment compensation benefits in any state and that's including Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, and the District of Columbia, or Canada. They satisfy all requirements of the Florida RA law that apply to regular RA and EB, such as being able and available for work, and have not been disqualified from receiving benefits based on their reason for separation. They are actively seeking work for each EB week claimed and provide the work search record as instructed. Again, work searches are exempt from March 15th, 2020 through January 2nd, 2021. And they do not refuse an offer of suitable work or fail to apply for suitable work. So now we are going to continue in Connect and do a walkthrough or demo in the live environment. So again, once staff logs into Connect from their staff homepage, they'll search for the claimant. And then from the claimant home, they will click the Apply for Extended Benefits hyperlink in the top left. Next, they'll read and acknowledge the fraud statement. And then click Next. Now they're taken to the Extended Benefits Initial Question screen, where they'll answer all of the required questions. So these questions include, are you filing a result of COVID, yes or no? Are you currently unemployed? And other eligibility information provided on the screen. For instance, have you filed for Florida unemployment insurance within the last 18 months? Have you worked in Florida? And so forth. We also ask questions about any severance or separation pay, whether they have a return to work date, they received any pension, retirement, or disability pay. We also asked for question 16, why were you separated from your most recent employer? So the claimant can answer as long, or give as much of an explanation as needed. We ask if they've received any unemployment compensation from Canada. And then very importantly, the final two questions ask, did you or will you work full-time this week? And did you or will you work or earn at least $275 this week? So that's dynamic based on the week that we're currently in. And once they've completed all the required fields, they would click Next. And finally, we're taken to the payment information, tax withholding, and certification screen, where the claimant has the obligation to authorize the agency to continue with the payment method that they had on their previous claim and the tax withholding on the previous claim. Then they have to agree to the certifications. So this is about requesting benefit payment, doing work searches, etc. Once they're complete, they would click Submit. Then they'll receive the claim confirmation screen. And what they would do now is click Exit to return to the claimant homepage. Now, once the EB application is submitted, the claimant should immediately get the request benefit payment hyperlink in the top left. So now we'll go through the request benefit payment process. Again, we'll have to read and acknowledge the fraud statement, and then click Submit to continue. Then we'll have to answer the initial questions, extended benefits, for each week that we are requesting. Again, did you look for work? Did you make an in-person contact? So on and so forth. Now, as we mentioned previously, the work search has been waived. So currently they're not required to enter any work searches. Now, if they were to add any job contacts, they would click Add right here, which would take them to the job contact details screen. And then we have the certifications at the bottom of the screen. Again, they must certify before submitting. So that completes the demo of the EB process, the initial application for EB, and also the request benefit payment process in Connect.